Hi there, and welcome to another tutorial for the MIIA robotics platform. In this tutorial, we'll be looking at the structure of the microcontroller code and how to go about using the Arduino IDE to get started writing programs for MIIA. When you first open the Arduino IDE, you'll be presented with a screen that looks like this. The Arduino is programmed using the C programming language. There are, however, some subtle differences in the syntax and the way we lay our code out when writing programs for microcontrollers like the Arduino found in MIIA. In this lesson, we'll be going over two important functions that make up any program written for an Arduino microcontroller. These are the setup function and the loop function. Let's have a look at the setup function first. The setup function is, as the name suggests, the function that is used to set up your program for the microcontroller, or set the microcontroller initially. It's the first function that gets run when you reboot the microcontroller. Typically, in the world of microcontrollers and Arduino, we'd use the setup function to initialize variables, pin modes, and to begin using libraries. We'll have a look at it in a minute. After the setup function runs, the next bit of code that runs is found in the loop function. The loop function, again, as the name suggests, contains code that runs indefinitely. Think of it as code that runs all the time while the microcontroller is running. This is essentially the function in which you'd put the meat of your code and program that you want to run on the microcontroller. Another way to think of it is like this. Any code that you write in the setup function only gets run once when you reboot or restart your microcontroller. Code that you write in the loop function gets run repeatedly until you restart or turn off your microcontroller. Let's look at a quick example. What I've done here is use the serial library to print some text to the serial monitor. To open up the serial monitor, we can go to Tools, click on Serial Monitor, or you can use the shortcut Ctrl, Shift, and M. For the purposes of this tutorial, I'm using an Arduino Uno microcontroller. I've already set it up in the Tools section of the IDE. First thing we'll do is verify our code and save it. Once our code has compiled without errors, we then upload it to the microcontroller. The code is now uploaded on our microcontroller. I'll open up the serial monitor and we can begin seeing all these things happening. But wait, that's happening a bit too quickly. Let's add another line of code to help us make this more readable. The delay function, as I've got it over here, simply pauses or halts the execution of the code for the predetermined amount of seconds as specified over there. The function takes a parameter in milliseconds, so this is 1.5 seconds. We then upload the code and open up our serial monitor. What I'm going to do now is reset my Arduino. Once it resets, we can see this code is run once, followed by this code is run more than once. That keeps on repeating. What is happening is when we reboot the Arduino, the code in the setup function gets run first. This essentially initializes the serial communications and sets the baud rate, or how fast the communication will be taking place. And then we print this line to the serial monitor. This code is run once. So all the code in the setup function only gets run once every time the Arduino microcontroller starts up. The code contained in the loop function, however, is run continuously and for as long as the microcontroller is powered on. And this can be clearly seen using our serial monitor. The thing about the loop function is that it allows your program to change and respond and effectively control your Arduino board. And we'll talk a bit more about how we can change the flow and control the program that runs on our Arduino board using conditionals and other loops as well. But for now, we've covered a lot in terms of the setup and the loop function, and you should be well on your way to being familiar with the structure required for writing code for the Arduino platform. Thank you.